Hello to my Virgos. This is Queen Moon Ra coming to you with your general reading, Virgos. Hopefully you all are having a great day on today. I had to just make sure the microphone was on, Virgos. Here, your ruling planet Mercury is pre-shadow retrograde, just FYI. Just in case people want to know. Pre-shadow retrograde. It actually goes retrograde November 9th, right, until November 29th. And it goes retrograde on November 9th in Sagittarius. Yeah. So this will be the third time this year, Virgos, that it would have gone retrograde, right? So you want to slow down and get some messages. You all rule 6th house. And Mercury is the communication and knowledge planet. It's called a messenger planet, but it's a communication and learning planet, right? And so connects with Wednesday, the day of the week, Wednesday. It's yours and Gemini's ruling planet. Connects with the metal Mercury, right? So that's important too to know. The color is gray in multicolors, so that's important to know as well. So any kind of downloads you're getting, you're receiving, you want to kind of dissect those messages like I'm sure you all will. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on. Talking to you wherever Virgo is in your birth chart. Sending lights of love and light to everybody. What's the current message, source? What is the current message as we're coming up on this full moon? All right, current message here is you could be, current message here, the devil card coming out. You can be really kind of sort of looking at yourself, like really, really looking at yourself and like looking at what your temptations are, right? Seeing if you are, if you have any temptations, because everybody has fleshly desires. That's everybody, right? Are you obsessed with pizza? Like, are you obsessed with food? Are you obsessed with people, places, or things? We'll just put it that way. You're really looking at yourself. You kind of looking at yourself, right? Before looking at anybody else. And that's what the devil card symbolizes. It's just really like looking in the mirror at yourself before pointing out anybody else. It's easy to point out everybody else's flaws, but you got to first look at yourself. So what's a challenge here? What would be a challenge for my Virgos? Right? 9 of coins here. Money could be a challenge for someone. Not talking about money. That could be a challenge for somebody. Somebody could be, because you're ruled by the communication planet, Virgos, right? Communication and learning planet. So somebody could, that could be a blockage for somebody, like getting around people who like to flaunt, their money. They like to talk about they got this, they got that. And that could be hard for you not to kind of sort of like let people just brag about. You could be around people who have money, who like to brag about it, who like to brag about what they got, right? That may be kind of hard for you to keep it on the low. Like, you know what? I'm going to let you go ahead and just talk. I'm not even talking about what I got or what I don't have. I'm going to let them have the floor. Talk about what you got, right? Right. What about the distant past for my Virgos? Somebody could have dated somebody in the past who was really just jealous of you. They came across as like that knight in shining armor, but you have new love coming across your path. You have new love coming across your path. This is a test. This new love coming across your path is a test, because this new energy coming across your path, because you learn how to save yourself, because in the past you may have talked about money and had to learn a very valuable lesson, because that person was actually the devil. Not trying to be funny, don't want to call anybody the devil, but that person really was chained to money. Your ex was chained to money. So much so that you had to find out the hard way that your ex was like really, really money hungry. Like that they would sell anything for money. They would sell your kids if they had to for money, right? They would sell your mom, your dad. They would sell their own kids for money. That's what you had to find out with your ex, right? Somebody who was so jealous of you that they would sell anything and anybody for money just to keep up with whatever, keep up with the term is the Joneses, right? They would sell anybody for money, right? Sell you for money if they needed to, right? And may have even said it. Why don't you go out there and sell yourself for money? They would lie. And we know that the devil is a liar. They would tell people that you sold yourself for money, right? So somebody's just jealous. So this new energy coming in, you had to save yourself by getting away from that energy. So somebody has learned a very valuable lesson of no longer talking about money, being connected to those types of spirits who are so money hungry, so obsessed, right? This is so when we talk about ninth house, you had to stop going along with a flow of material things, going on some kind of a quest, right? Somebody had to say, listen, you don't want you or your kids or anybody connected to somebody who would do anything for money, literally would do anything for money, sell you, your kids, tell a lie, make you or your kids do anything for money, your parents, whoever. So that's how you saving you. That's how you saving your whole bloodline, getting away from those types of people. So what about the recent past? Yeah. So you had to smooth things out with yourself. This is how you saved yourself. You said, you know what? Never again are you talking about money. This is how you smooth things out with yourself. Because a lot of people were talking about you behind your back in a religious setting. Because somebody was baited into something, and you could have been baited into something, right? Thinking that somebody was going to save you. You could have talked to somebody thinking that somebody was going to save you, and you could have been baited into something, right? Not knowing what you and somebody, see how these people, they're back to back here, right? Their backs are to each other, right? Meaning that it could have been an opposite situation, right? If y'all had talked to each other, like if y'all were facing each other, right? So some people had y'all opposing each other for a reason. It's like people had y'all opposing each other like y'all were competition. Because if y'all had talked to each other, y'all could have saved each other a whole lot of issues. Like basically somebody saying, oh, somebody makes more money than you do doing such and such and such. If y'all had talked to each other, then y'all would have known, hey, what in the world are they talking about? They talking about whatever, right? So somebody is now realizing that somebody in the middle, it was their demons. Like somebody wanted to chain you and someone to the devil. I make it seem like they were saving you and somebody from something, right? While people were talking about you and somebody behind your back. So it was really their demons. Somebody wanted to be financially independent. So it looks like it was total of 5 people here. Looks like there was a total of 5 people here, but looks like somebody was silent. What's coming to mind is the movie The Devil's Advocate. And I want to say this is like a line from the movie, like the devil wants you to believe that he doesn't exist. That's kind of a paraphrase of the line in the movie. Doesn't want you to think that he exists, right? Like basically turn everybody on each other. So you're making a decision about something, and this is self-love. Yeah, you're making a decision about something. This is self-love. This is you and you. This is you and you, right? Because you are not chained to the devil, right? You are not chained to the devil. See, people think that you were chained to a person, right? They thought you were chained to a person. This is financial independent. You are independent. You can't save another human being, right? This is why people were talking about you behind your back. Like you could not leave somebody behind. This is why people were like, you couldn't leave somebody behind. Like you couldn't detach from somebody. That's what people were thinking. Like, okay, you couldn't detach from somebody, Virgo. Whoever this energy is. Because it was dependent upon somebody. Some people were thinking, oh, Virgo can't leave this person behind. It could have been a spouse, an adult child, whoever. Again, you don't even have to be Virgo sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Virgo could be somewhere in your birth chart. Remember, you all rule sixth house, right? You rule sixth house. So wherever Virgo is in your birth chart, you just happen to rule sixth house, right? It doesn't have to be your zodiac sign in sixth house, though. Virgo does not have to be your sign in sixth house, right? But somebody really felt like you could not be independently, independently wealthy, whatever. Like you would not save yourself. Like you could not detach from somebody. So let me give you an example. So the devil card is Capricorn's card. So let's say there's a Capricorn involved in something. You love yourself enough. Let's say there is a Capricorn. First of all, we don't have the power to save anybody. Let's say a Capricorn is chained to another person who is money hungry. Let's say somebody is money hungry, right? And so somebody wants to smooth something out with you, but they're using a Capricorn. They're chaining a Capricorn to other people, right? And they're thinking, okay, well, they want you involved in something. So in order for, they really want you, they want your money. So in order for you, they're going to chain this Capricorn to them to get to you. Capricorn is going to have to save themselves. The best thing you can do for Capricorn is to pray for Capricorn, right? That they learn how to save themselves. They're going to have to listen to everything you've told them, right? This is going past the devil, meaning the emperor. You're a prayer warrior. You're praying for them. So they're going to have a total recall. They're going to have a tower moment. They're going to have a total recall. They're going to have to make a decision on their own. They're going to have to make a decision on their own because we don't have the power to save anybody. This is the near future. So you got some good news coming in. So it looks like they have made a decision. A decision has been made that they love themselves enough to get away from fear. Just like you made a decision that you're not operating in fear. Somebody has made a decision to stop talking about money, right? Somebody made a decision to get structured and authoritative and start praying. This is you. Again, even though this is a Virgo video, my cross watchers, your zodiac sign does not have to be Virgo in your sixth house, just so we're crystal clear. You can be any zodiac sign watching this video. It's a Virgo video, but Virgos are very meticulous, right? Your sixth house is about health and wellness. Physical, mental health and wellness, right? When you're going through and you're analyzing your whole day from top to bottom, instead of you saying, I'm criticizing everybody else, analyzing everybody else, I'm going to analyze my own life, right? Because I can't save somebody else. I got to make sure I pour into myself. I got to save myself first. I got to analyze my own demons first, right? And in this case, I got to analyze my own money. How can I help somebody else if I can't help my own finances first, right? Right? That's you, right? How can I help somebody else if I can't help myself financially first? Right? I gotta smooth out my own financial situation first. How can I help somebody else? When people are preying on your finances, how can you help somebody else? It would be like with the government shutdown, with the SNAP program, that people were nervous about losing their food benefits, right? It's not whether you receive them or not. I think a lot of people were praying for that people did not have to deal with that situation. People were praying that people didn't have that, that families did not have to go through that. So that's an answered prayer for a lot of people. But you, whatever your situation is, because this is the World Wide Web, whatever your situation is, you were focusing on helping yourself before you can help somebody else. So you said you're praying first, you're praying for other people first. And so they started praying too. Whoever this energy is started praying too. This is where night energy comes in. You're talking to source, right? So you bypassed any fear, doubt, whatever. So you had to get to a point of saying, okay, I'm not operating in fear. You unchained yourself from fear. This is you talking to source, higher power about your family. So this could be your kids, grandkids, whoever you're praying for family members. You said, I got to go past whoever. This connects us to Sagittarius, and the polarity to Sagittarius is Gemini. You can be praying for somebody. So Gemini is like you came out of just in receiving mode and you start talking directly to source, right? So you actually started nurturing, like you started pouring out to source, right? So the polarity to Capricorn is Cancer. So and Cancer is a water sign. You start pouring out, like to the living water. You were pouring out to source, talking to source, right? Please save somebody, right? Please save somebody, right? Help shine a light in their dark spaces. So help light up something in them, right? Talk to their friends, like basically like so. Leo's rule 5th house, Aquarius rules 11th house, right? So they're talking about stars, right? So help them find the star within themselves. That's what somebody was like, help them find the light within themselves, right? Help light up them dark spaces within themselves. Help them make a decision to light up the dark spaces within themselves, right? So 4th house, Cancer rules 4th house, right? And then Capricorn rules 10th house. Help them light up the dark spaces within themselves, right? So something reached someone's vocation. They answer the call on their lives. So somebody really, really unchained themselves from fear. Somebody really unchained themselves from fear. And worked on their shadow self, right? Remember, this is genderless, by the way. It's not black, white, man, woman. Y'all get the point. Somebody really unchained themselves from fear. So that's the influences on you. That's the influences on you, right? Right. So judgment is coming down on. So somebody had to really rise above judging other people and realize that people were breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. This is how you reach people. This is really how you reach people, right? Not judging people, because that's what somebody was starting from, judging people. I cannot believe that people are into such and such. That's demonic. When you start at a place of judgment, people shut down. They just shut down. Like, think about it, Virgos. If somebody just came at you judging you, why they dressed like that? Y'all think about it, like if you're in church or a mosque or a temple and somebody comes in and somebody says, oh, come as you are. And they come in with their breasts hanging out, or they got on a short skirt, or, their clothes are ripped or torn, or their hair disheveled or something. And somebody starts talking about somebody, they dress differently. They turn around and walk out. And like I thought people said, they come as you are. They come in with tattoos, or come in with jeans on, or they dress the best way they can. They turn around and walk out, right? Somebody was trying to help somebody. Somebody was trying to get some answers, right? Somebody was trying to get some answers for something, right? and was judged. That's where the judgment card comes in. Somebody was trying to get some answers for something, right? And they felt demonized from the beginning. Somebody just was trying to get some answers for something. And as soon as they came through the door, that's this right here. As soon as they came through the door, they were judged. Chained to the devil. As soon as they came through the door, they were judged. So somebody made a decision. Somebody made a decision, like I said, to, you know what, bypass the judgment, who was saying they were chained to the devil, and stop talking about their money altogether, and save themselves and just go ahead and go to directly to source. Because this is the reason why somebody felt like they had to smooth something out for them within themselves. They had to make a decision within themselves. Yeah. Okay, all of these cards fell out here. So what fell out here, okay, so the hopes and fears. So what came out here, and all of these cards fell out here. So what fell out on top of rest was on, so the Tower fell out, well, let me see, Queen of Cups here. So somebody's getting some rest. They're showing and pouring into themselves, showing themselves some compassion, because they know that people are talking. Somebody's already feeling like, you know, they are already on top of things, right? They are already at the Five of Coins here. They talked about they've already emptied themselves out, and they having a total recall of some things, right? So you have all of these cards that fell out for the hopes and fears, like, you know, how your hopes and fears, you know, affect your issue and ultimately the outcome of things, right? So we got a lot of things going on here. Some of them are major, some of them are minor, some of them are happening right now. But the ultimate thing here, ultimate feeling here is whether it's you or somebody else, whoever, my cross watchers as well, went to some people for some help. This is amazing. Some people went to some people for some help, for some answers. It was demonized. So this right here is a Tower. This right here is a Tower. This is a Tower. Yep. This is the outcome right here. People are now paying attention. That's the now, because somebody's not coming back. Somebody's not coming back. People are now paying attention. So I don't know what organization this is and what's going on, but somebody was chained to the devil. Somebody felt like, oh, that person is a devil and we didn't know. And so it doesn't even really matter what organization it is. It doesn't really matter. I'm not about demonizing any organization. So anyway, whatever it is, a decision has been made. So somebody has some good news coming in. Your inner child is proud of you. Throat chakra cleanse. Somebody that you could have been in a romantic relationship with is envious of you. Who knows? I have no idea who that is. Anyway, first red flag, pray and meditate. New love awaits for you. Like I said, you have a twin flame coming in. Check your request list again. Somebody apologizes for hurting you. I have no idea who that is. And I have no idea. But the scales from your eyes have been removed. In other words, for you all Virgo, this is more about you looking at self first. Because somebody was looking at, the reason why the devil card came out is because somebody was looking at everybody else's demons first before looking at their own. That's really what it is. And so you've broken some kind of generational cycle chain and curse of not wanting to be perfect, but saying, let me look at myself before I look at somebody else. Am I expecting everybody around me to be perfect when I'm not perfect myself? Let me look at my relationship. Let me look at myself first. And that's what it really boiled down to. So, yeah, so that's what this is. That's what this is. It's time to, you're tossing some things into a burning bowl. Yeah. Yeah, your ancestors have a message. You deserve the best. Your ex was on an assignment. Yep, you didn't have to look that far. You didn't have to look that far, but you ain't coming back. You're not going back. You're praying and meditate. You're not even giving yourself a headache over something. So a lot of people are humbled because a lot of people are really looking at themselves now. They are really looking at themselves now because everybody having a tower moment. I keep trying to tell people, a lot of people are being humbled in a lot of ways. A lot of people were first looking at with technology. Look at now when you're going out places and these robots are replacing waiters. First it was like the stores, but you got even the carts. You have carts in stores, AI carts. I don't know where they are everywhere. I know they're in New York. You know, you can scan your groceries in right in the cart. And just walk right up and pay for your groceries. You can just scan in all your groceries, coupons, everything. You know exactly how much your groceries are going to be by the time you get up to the counter. So self-love. Here we have, let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Yep. So, but a lot of people are having an awakening. A lot of people are having an awakening. That everybody has demons, and that is Pluto humbling the entire planet. Everybody is having a complete reset, breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. So good luck. Somebody may have seen the black cat recently. But somebody has a twin flame coming across their path. So you're very close to achieving your goal, whatever that may be, whatever your goal is, you're very close to achieving it. Yeah, but root chakra, it's a tree for all nature party. Yeah. So somebody may be hugging a tree. Yeah. Talking to trees, getting some messages from trees, going outside in nature. I am deserving of all the good in my life. That's what I'm saying for you. That's what I have for you, Virgos. All right, bye.